Hi everyone, welcome back to E-commerce Success by Ad360. So today I have a special announcement. We just hit the 50 subscribers on the channel. I'm super happy. Thank you all of you for the kind words you sent me this weekend after the conclusion video of the 30 videos in 30 days. That was on Saturday. And yesterday I made a live where I reviewed a few websites. I had a fantastic time with business owners, discussing live with them on the chat, asking questions, responding to them, going over their website, giving them tips. So that was fantastic. I had great feedback, so thank you so much for that. And so today we finally hit 50 subscribers. That's a small number, but it's a big impact for me because these 50 people, all people that contacted me, sent me a note, said thank you for the videos. Most of them are business owners for which I reviewed their website or I gave them a few tips. So I'm so happy to know that I made a difference for half a hundred number of people. Okay, and a special thanks to Mustafa and Hamza, who are the number 49 and 50 who subscribed today. Thank you, you guys. You're awesome. Okay, so today to celebrate that, I figured we'd take another look at a website which we reviewed a few days ago, actually a couple of weeks ago, selling ties, accessories, and we talked about the basics on setting up an online website, design rules, how to present your homepage, your products, and they've made a very long way until now. They have actually a nice website now. I think still a few things that can be improved, so hopefully we can still give them a few valuable and helpful tips today. But already congrats Desmond and your team for all the progress you've made. That's fantastic to see. I'm so happy to see improvements being made after this video. Before we do that, please like, subscribe to the channel, comment below. All these little actions are going to make sure we continue to grow this channel so we can help as many business owners as possible be happy, productive, and successful. So thank you for your help and your continued support. This video is brought to you by Ad360. Ad360 is the easiest way to increase your online sales by managing all your ads in one place, including Google, Facebook, mobile app, and web ads, all in one place, including retargeting, super easily implemented all over the web. More on that at the end of the video. Okay, so today we're going to review again the website from Desmond. So distinguished ties and accessories. So as a reminder, we made a video on that. So this was 11 days ago on the 3rd of March. And we reviewed the website and we reviewed Desmond, the business owner. They shared on Reddit their story. They're a local business in Houston, Texas, and they're selling ties and hats and other fashion accessories. And looking at their story and their Instagram and seeing how they share their passion, you can really say, and you could really tell that these guys were fantastically passionate about that topic, very knowledgeable. They had a really keen sense for fashion and what's next, what's trending, and actually, they have a unique style, and they had a lot of success locally, but their online website just wasn't working. And so that was how the website looked like before. So this was the first thing you saw on the website. So it lacked a lot of visual elements. Not all the products had the same background size. There were a few technical bugs. And then you had this, and that was at the bottom of the website. So it missed a lot of the standard information. The design choices were a bit weird, but I'm not judging because as someone who is not familiar with online guidelines, sometimes it's difficult to know where to start, right? And I'm so happy to see all the progress they've made on their website. So they got a new logo, they reorganized the categories, they cleaned up the top section. You have this new image, you have a ton of products. We can actually see you featured. I think that's you, Desmond, with some of these products. You have some more images here. And you have a lot more personality on the website. I love that you added your story here. It feels a lot more personal, relatable. And as I tell many business owners these days, you need more than just good products to succeed. You need to have a fantastic brand, share values. You need people to relate to you, want to support you, want to align with what you're doing. And sharing your story is a super powerful tool to achieve that. So I love that you're doing this and you're showing yourself. That's fantastic. It's going to generate trust. The website feels a lot more professional already thanks to the design changes that you made. But adding this, content is another step in the right direction. So I love that. If I could give you one piece of advice would be to add a shortened version of that on the homepage. So it's great to have your story on a dedicated page, but you want maybe either. So I like it personally. That's a matter of personal taste. I like it very much when it's a few lines just before the product. So after the first image, but before the product collection, just a couple of lines stating what you stand for, what you are. Something like, a keen sense of fashion and for what's the next trend, coming out of a local business in Houston, trying to make it online, something like that. And with a link, a button to read the entire story, right? So you want to keep the full page with the story here, but you want to include some of that on the homepage so that even the persons who won't take the time and make the effort to click on the link and read all of that, they will still get a sense of who you are, what you're doing. So the first option is to make it here with just a couple of lines. The second option is at the bottom. Usually at the bottom, maybe after that or before sharing your Instagram, which is a great idea also, by the way. Here you can put your picture on the left and the text on the right. Again, just an excerpt, a small subset of the content with a button to read the full story, something like that. And that'd be fantastic, so that everybody who's on the home page and who scrolls down can see your face. You can embody the business, and you have this text. And people who want to know more, they will click and they will read the story. So not only you will have more people coming to this page, but then even the people that don't come to this page, they will still have a glimpse of your story, of what you stand for. If you want to see a few examples for that, in the live of yesterday, we reviewed a few websites. You can just, the live is quite long. It's 1 hour and a half. So I reviewed several business owners. We had an interesting chat all along the live. If you just want to, take a look at several moments of the live, you'll see a few different websites which do this nicely with the little description just before the top image. The second tip we gave yesterday regarding the story is to add a call to action at the bottom. So once people have come here, if they've read your story and they're excited and they want to do more and to go to the next step, you want to make it easy for them to give you their money, right? So you have to put a button or a link, a call to action at the bottom, like explore our collections or see what's new or see what's trending or something like that, that leads them to a collection page or a bestseller product or something like that. Okay, next, I love what you did with the collection. This is something that's really good. I see too few websites doing that. I think this is fantastic. Describe what you're selling. These collections, it's great that you're actually saying what this stands for, what this is. Too many websites, when you click on the collection, they just have like a bunch of products. We don't really understand, why they're here, what are these products. Sometimes the collection themselves don't make sense. You have a bunch of different products which appear to have nothing to do with each other. So here, I love it that you have this description. It's not only going to make it more easily understood by the viewer what they're looking at, it's also great for content for Google, right? So they're going to pick up this content, and in terms of SEO, search engine optimization, it's going to be really good that you have some more content on these pages. Very often the collection pages don't even have on their text the name of the product or the category of product that they're selling. Here you have hats in the title, which is really good. You have fedora, you have a few other technical details. All these, if someone types like hats on Google or something like that, they're more likely to find this page because you added that text. Whereas if you didn't have it, then there would be no content at all in this page besides the product themselves to generate something of interest for Google to rank on the search engine. So that's fantastic. I love that. I think it's super cool, and more businesses should actually look at you as an example for doing that. In terms of SEO, a few other things I wanted to tell you is for this image, for the same reason you want to use a title which clearly states what you're selling, right? Because, so firstly, it's going to make it more clear for people who come to your website what your website is about. Secondly, it will give materials for Google to rank to index first your website and then rank it and serve it as a search response to queries from user on the search engine. So usually you want the first line to be what you're selling as a big title, something like, ties and other accessories. And the second line, usually there's a second line. Look at the live from yesterday. I shared several websites which do this absolutely right. Usually the second line is a bit more personal. It says something a bit more, gives like a, gives a tone of, and a voice for your brand. So in your case would be something like, we're more than ties. I love that, by the way, on the title. I think it's really smart to put something a bit more funnier with more flavor on the title. So it would be something like that, or something like you have on your story, like a sharp eye for what's next in the fashion world. That would be a great subtitle, I think, to qualify your brand and give users, from the first look at your website, they will directly understand what you're about. Okay, we're selling hats and other accessories, and ties, hats, and other accessories. And below that, okay, a unique sense of, a fashion sense of what's coming next. And okay, they know what they're going to find on your website. I think this is going to be really good. And then the bottom is great. Having a call to action here is really best practice. And you have the new arrival, that's absolutely fine. Here, for the same reason I mentioned before, add some text. Even if it's something you already said, don't copy paste, because duplicate content is not great, but try and say it another way. Like, okay, here you'll find a variety of different products, but that we've chosen because we believe these are going to be the next trend. We have a unique sense for what's the next, fashion tendency or trend or fashion hit. And so try and say something like that. And you've selected a bunch of different products which are going to make it big. Okay, one more thing I would advise you is make titles more descriptive and with more information. Because again, these titles, and I made a dedicated video on that, you can find in the playlist, and I will put the link in the description below. The video title, I think, is something like words still matter in 2022. And I go over Google's guideline for what we should use for titles and content on websites. And Google themselves tell you in 2022, even though they're really good at picking up images and videos and a lot of the rich content, text is still what matters the most in 2022 for Google. They need the text, and especially the titles. The titles weigh a lot more in the content in the eyes of Google than anything else. So the titles are super important, and they'll use the title to understand what you're selling and to serve your website as a response to someone on Google. The thing is, nobody's going to type multimedia college on Google, and you don't want your website to come up as a response to the query that would be multimedia college if someone did type that on Google. You would want your website to come up as a response to unique fashion products, or the next product hits or fashion hits or whatever. You want to make it both more descriptive and with a bit more flavor, like you did so well for the title here of the website. So you want to have something a bit more descriptive, like in this title. Same for this one, right? Okay, you need to say something else than that. Otherwise, it's really good. This is a bit weird to have just this image on top of the first testimonial and nothing on top of the others. So that's just a arrangement thing that's a bit weird. But it's great to have reviews. And same thing. You should put a title. Put like a and the title shouldn't be just reviews or testimonials, but why customers love our hats and accessories or something like that. It should have some substance to it, and it will help both for SEO and for people to really understand what this is. At first, I didn't really get that these were reviews, and only until I read the name at the end, I understood that these were reviews, but it wasn't immediately obvious. Required some effort and to pause through that to understand these are reviews. Don't forget that most viewers on your website will have like a 3-second attention span. They will scroll rapidly, read in diagonal. They will not stop to read at everything. If you're scrolling quite quickly over that, you don't just see 3 blocks of text. You don't really understand their reviews. If you have a meaningful title, then it will be more clear. Sometimes people also put quotes, opening quotes, ending quotes before and after. So even if you don't read, you know this is a review. You know. Okay, hopefully that helps. Still on the content and the content and the words matter topic. I love what you did here with this product, where you describe it, and I feel like you should do a bit more. I mean, it's already great to have that. I think you don't have that on all products. Like this one, for example, has no text. You should definitely add some text everywhere. I know it's a lot of work, but for the same reason as before. Firstly, people will be more likely to buy the product if there is a textual description. Secondly, having the text will mean that this product gets picked up more frequently by Google and served as a response if someone types hat on Google. So it's super important to have that. And thirdly, in the live yesterday again, I show a few websites like the one with the slippers, and they're using tests to also give more reasons for people to buy the product, right? And people are not just going to buy a hat because it's a nice hat made of cotton or polyester. You know, you want to give a reason for people to buy that hat. For example, this is great. This hat is ideal for special occasions, weddings, church, night out of town. You can phrase it maybe with more, with a bit more content, a bit more flavor. Like say, like you did on the Our Story, which is great. I love the text on the Our Story page. Maybe say something like, okay, this is why I love this hat. You can also speak as a first person, you know, say, this is why I love this hat and I chose to show it to you on our website, to sell it on our website. This hat is both, you know, classic and classy, but also has some unique features like the whatever. And you know, you explain why you like this hat very much. And say, with this hat, you're definitely going to get noticed on your next night out. You're going to feel special. People are going to look at you. You're going to be the most handsome man in the room, something like that, you know. These will give more reasons to people to buy. They might buy because they want to feel unique, not just because they want a nice hat, if you feel what I mean. But this is great. This is definitely a step in the right direction. And by the way, I haven't commented on the design of the page, but it's just fantastic. It's such a difference from what you had before. So I want to congratulate you, and you know, and this should be like an array of hope for anyone with an e-commerce website. You know, you've in a few days, in 10 days, you made such a big difference from that, which is super weird with the weird colors. We don't really notice the add to cart button at all because it's the same color as everything else, and some elements on the pages made it look super weird and messy with reviews on the top, and you had so much stuff going on. You've made so much progress. I can't believe it. Honestly, I think this is the biggest improvement I've seen ever on a website in a matter of 10 days. That's fantastic. Coming from this to that's fantastic, man. I don't know if you realize you've made a quantic jump on the quality of your website. So congrats on that. I know it must have taken a lot of effort and work, but everything looks fine. The images are really good. The title is big and readable. The price is clear. You have all these options. It's super clear, super neat. You have the 2 buttons, add to cart, buy it now, which is great. You have the description. You have these little stuff with additional info. Oh, by the way, they're empty here, so probably you should make sure maybe some of that should be below, like in materials and stuff. By the way, that's a small problem, but maybe if you fix that, that'd be even better. The free shipping stuff and other honestly, it's fantastic. Like it's wonderful. I'm so happy to see all the progress you made. I do hope that this is going to help you unlock more sales on your website. Definitely feels a lot more professional and clean than it used to. So fantastic. The last thing I want to comment on is this Favicon. I still notice that. I refrained from saying it at first because people think I only freak out about Favicon, but it's for a good reason. Favicon, the absence of a favicon, which is this little image on the top left corner of your tab in the browser, like you see YouTube, you have this display icon in the in the red rectangle. You're missing that, so you have the standard globe. This is giving a wrong vibe of okay, something's not finished or not right. And I've seen a study where they say you could lose as much as 17% of your sales just because of that. People go on the website, they see that, they say, oh, something's wrong, and they leave right away, just because you lose some part of trust because of that. The good news is it's super easy to fix, and I made a dedicated video on that topic. I will also put the link in the description. You can fix that in less than 1 minute on Shopify, and I showed that video step by step how to do that. If you still need help, call me anytime. I can show you how to do it, and you can fix this problem forever in less than 1 minute. So that'd be fantastic. Okay, I think, and lastly, this image is a bit pixelated, but then, and I'm not sure we see clearly what this is. I think you could find better images, but again, this might just be a matter of personal taste, so that's why I didn't comment on that earlier. I wanted to give you first things that are proven and logical arguments for why you should make things a certain way. This might be just a matter of personal taste, but I think you can find a better image to represent your shop. This one is a bit blurry, and I'm not sure we clearly understand what this is, but it's still much better to have that and the clean presentation of the products than what you had before. First way, there was no visual elements at all on the homepage. So again, congratulate on all the progress you made. I'm really amazed by the difference in your website. So you're on the good path. Congrats. Let's push it further and fix a few more of these things. I'm sure you can make a killing with this website, be hugely successful. I wish you all the best. I hope you fix these little things. If you need to if you need some help, or you want to go a bit further and discuss your marketing strategy, your advertising strategy, your advertising setup, how you target audiences and choose the right people to show your ads to, I'd be super happy to help you with that. You can book a free call. There will be a link in the description to book a free consulting call. It's 100% free, no commitment, no strings attached. I just want to help you for half an hour, 1 hour. I can give you a ton of free advice, some help you set up stuff on Google, Facebook, or web app. And I'm doing that because I just want you to be successful. And I hope that once you have a good business running, regular sales, customers coming and leaving, and then you want to implement retargeting, which is the best form of ads that you can do to bring back people to your website. And once you have ads running in multiple places, you want to manage everything in one place, in a very simple Shopify app. You'll think of us at Ad360 to help you do that. But in the meantime, happy to give you free advice, free help. So book a call below. I'd be super happy to talk with you. Thank you all. Have a great day. Speak to you soon. Bye.